All right, welcome back. All right, so check it out, guys. This is what we did. We purchased some Myrmicornos for Ultraman to eat. I promised him sushi, and he has sushi. I've got a few more, but I don't want to bring them all out at one time because I've noticed in the past that Ultraman doesn't have he can't really stop himself. He's real impulsive. He's a very impulsive person. So I just kind of limit him, keep him, give him only a little bit at a time. He's already decapitated that little one right there. Poor little Myrmicorno. I'm not going to be sharing this with kids because this is not a kid-friendly showroom. So enjoy yourself, Mr. Ultraman. So I want to talk a little bit further about the IPs and what exactly that means. I've had some questions about it on my Twitter account. So basically, anybody can create a piece of artwork. Let's use Pokemon, for instance. Anyone can create a Pokemon poster with their way of rendering the art, and they can give it to their friends, and they can show their neighbors, and they can put it on Facebook, and it's their art. But it's not your art when you try to go and sell it for profit. That becomes selling intellectual property that you do not own. Okay, so this is like a danger zone for a lot of people, especially now in this digital world where they're just going to create NFTs and try to sell them, and that's a problem because you're trying to sell property that's not yours. Okay, so what Ecomi has done is they've purchased the intellectual property for Ultraman, and this is their version of Ultraman, and they were approved to go ahead and create it. And the DeLorean, they were approved to go ahead and create a DeLorean vehicle that you can open the doors and get in and drive it around. The original DeLorean was a piece of shit car that no one ever bought in the 80s, and it sucked. Okay? But this one doesn't suck, okay? Because it travels through the freaking space and time continuum. I mean, it goes places. So that's how intellectual properties work. And they've obtained those rights to create those versions. Now, where we get kind of sticky is when we do something with a licensed name like Polkamon, and it's close, but it's not quite exactly the same, and you get in trouble. Where that happened, my internet's a little laggy right now. Where that happened was with a lady named Polka Princess. Polka Princess, if you don't know, in 2020, October 2020, she got sued by Nintendo for her name, Polka Princess. She tried to license her name or trademark it, and then she tried to sell products, Polka Princess products, and she wasn't trying to be malicious. She just didn't understand the rules behind it. And Poke, that portion of the name, was just too close for Pokemon, or Nintendo, I should say. And they said, not happening. Not on our watch, sumbitch. And then they sued her ass. Told her to change her name. Now her name is Digital Princess. She's not super pissed about it, but she didn't like it. I mean, who likes to be sued, really? So that's what we're going to start seeing in this space is people are going to get sued because they're going to be using property that's not theirs. This is why Ecomi is going to be massive because they have these rights to do this. Let's talk about another one that's really close, that's just a little bit on the iffy side. I'd be a little nervous to invest in these guys. Let's look at Pokemon, for instance, though, first. We'll look at Pokemon and what their stuff looks like, and then we'll go and look at another one. Okay, so, yeah, cute little Pokemons. I don't know anything about Pokemon. Oh, here, let's stop at this one. Charmeleon. Got a little flame on your tail. You probably should get that taken care of because it's gonna get real hot real soon. Anyways, keep that in mind. And now let's go to this one. Right here. Polkamon. So if Polka Princess is going to get sued for just the first part of her name being Polka, right? These guys are a little bit on the questionable side. Polkamon, Oh, I don't know. I think I would probably not do that. And I also would not create little monsters that look like Polkamon. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Right? I could be 100% wrong. However, I'm not the guy that's going to be standing in front of the judge and saying, oh yeah, you know what? We actually created something and it wasn't supposed to be the same as Polkamon, and it wasn't supposed to be looking like it was associated with, and it didn't look like that. That's not what we were trying to do. No, they are flat out saying these are little monsters and you can trade them and they're NFTs, and I don't know. That would make me a little nervous. I think I would steer away from that. So this right here is the reason why Ecomi is going to be massive, because they actually own the ability to create a version of an NFT, a version of an IP, or a version of their product. Not saying they have Polkamon, they probably do. And they will create something that is actually within their rights to do so. They have all of these different ties. They all have all these different industries that they're building around. Warner Brothers, CBS, Tokidoki, Cartoon Network, Batman, Superman. I mean, you got all those. Do you possibly think there is a possible way for them to fail? There is a company that's making ass loads of money off of these silly little pieces of art. Crypto punks. Someone sold a crypto punk for $7.5 million. What? Say what? Yeah, that little digital piece of art sold for 7.5 big ones. Big. I mean, they're really big. Like the Publishers Clearinghouse checks, how big those things are. This one was bigger. Much bigger. It's wild. So, why that's also big is this little CryptoPunk digital thing, being a fad that it is it going to be long-term hold its value? And then the question is, are Ecomi's IP that they currently have and the products that they're creating, is it going to be long-term value? That's what you have to look at. Being that I'm answering that as long-term, I gave a price prediction of $100 for Ecomi, for each OMI. And I didn't give you a timeline on that, but I'm going to give you a timeline with an actual proper prediction. I'm going to give you 2 years to produce a price for OMI. I don't care about OMI, truthfully. I have some, I own a little bit, and I don't really care too much about it. I like the tie-through of crypto into the real world. So for me, I like that. Yeah, I'll win. I'll win when the price gets to this. But within 2 years, I'd say $3 to $7 is a very, very, I'd say that's very conservative guesstimate based on what we're doing. I mean, just look at what we have. We have IP that no one else has. Logan Paul, what did he say? Pokemon, right? He's excited because he can see that they are gathering intellectual property in order to create this ecosystem. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge, boys and girls. Load up on OMI if that's what you want to do, but don't expect it to go overnight. Don't do EOY, end of year. It's not the end of life. It's not the end of the world, and you're not going to sell it anyways. So don't worry about that. Buy it, sit on it, stop talking about that. Talk about the NFTs. The place where you can really make the monies. All right. So moving forward, you're going to see some crazy price movements because they're going to bring in big names that people understand, people know. They see this stuff coming, it comes in, it's going to bring in a lot of public people are going to be very excited by this. It's going to bring in a lot of that. What are they doing right now? They're testing the system in beta. They're going through to make sure that the system works in a beta mode. And if it works in beta, then it'll work when there's 1 million people on the server. They're working out all the kinks to make this thing work, and they're compensating the the community when things aren't going proper. I mean, think about that. They're giving away stuff. I saw on eBay the 2D Ultraman cover was going for 10,000 pounds, which is like, I don't know, you do the math. It's 1.38 times 10,000. So it's a lot. $10,380. Have that right? 10,000, 13,000? I don't know. It doesn't matter. You do the math. It's selling for a lot of money on eBay. So when the marketplace opens and you own one of those things, all the bitching that you did about not getting your Ultraman, you probably will stop by then. So moving forward, intellectual property is going to be what's going to take us to $3 to $7. CryptoPunks is a fad. Polkamon is a bad idea. Asking for lawsuits. Who wants to get sued? They do. Just telling you, the MON portion of that name is probably what will get you sued. Like it, subscribe. Please subscribe. I've got like 300 subscribers, and I'm so fantastically excited by that. But I'd like to get this word out to more people. So subscribe. Help me out. Throw me a bone. Subscribe and then unsubscribe like some people do. I look at it and I go, oh, 320 subscribers, that's cool. And then 19, I'm like, no, where did that one go? Where did I lose you at? What part did I lose you at? Oh, man. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later.